Hello again. Bad news. I've had a lot of die-off, and that's because of some frost. Cold weather I didn't anticipate. I live in a basin. I should know better. Then again, Mother Nature signaled that spring was here, and I assumed that we weren't going to have freezing temperatures. Potatoes have been a loss outside. Everything I planted in my greenhouse, I doubt is going to come up and has died. Up in here in my hoop house, I've had almost a complete die-off. My spaghetti squash, I had butternut squash, I had zucchini, I had some cucumber, I had some tomatoes, peppers, damaged, harmed, like beyond recovery. I assumed being in here, they'd be fine. No. They weren't fine. Anyway, I want to show you some of my potatoes that have been damaged even in here. Look at all this. Now, what this is showing me here is that I think what's happened with my potatoes in here is the plants that were close to my metal grid. This is cattle guard, what's it called? Cattle paneling. It freezes at night, and everything that was close to it, at least the potatoes, they got extremely damaged. The peas are so hardy. Mother Nature's teaching me all kinds of things. Peas are super hardy. Onions are super hardy. Garlic, hardy. Spinach, hardy. Everything in here was planted 2+ months ago and is thriving. At least the hardy stuff. The potatoes struggled. They are susceptible to the cold, but they've fared better in here. What was outside, poof, gone as far as I'm concerned, unfortunately. Anyway, today I'm going to do some replanting in my trays here. This tray was planted, I expect that it will still, the seeds will germinate and they will come up. I'm not so concerned about this tray. But this tray here, this had all kinds of greenery happening. And you can see here, look at this little squash or zucchini. I'm going to give it a chance. This guy, I'm going to give it a chance. In this one, we'll see what happens. I have a single tomato that has made it. Single tomato. And I'm going to be a little smarter too. Instead of questioning what the heck I planted, I'm going to label it zucchini. This whole row, zucchini. This whole row, butternut. Duh. And this old tray that I was praying for, well, okay, look, I see a little something here. This is either a pepper or a tomato. It looks like a pepper. Not a lot of activity here. This tray may have been my fault. This soil is quite firm. It could be that there's too much clay. But again, anyway, so that's kind of an update here in my growing space. Outside, my Jerusalem artichoke, super hardy. That stuff is tough. It's growing and it's fine, even though we've had freezing temperatures lately. And I would say also cilantro must be pretty tough. Look at my cilantro. The cilantro is doing fine. It's thriving. I got an overabundance of onions. They're all doing really well. And of course, the French sorrel. This stuff is hardy as well. This was one of the first things that started growing in my hoop house. Right next to the spinach. It started growing around the same time. Rhubarb. This stuff has already gone to seed. Look at that. You know, I don't do much with rhubarb. My mom suggested jam. That's a good idea. Never made jam. I didn't want to add a bunch of sugar. Apparently that's needed. Maybe I'll use brown sugar. I just like growing it because it's leafy and it's just a cool plant. And it's hardy as hell. It actually may have been the very first thing to kind of wake up this year as far as, you know, coming back to life. It's a perennial. It comes back. So does the sorrel. And so does the Jerusalem artichoke. For anybody that hasn't looked in the Jerusalem artichoke, I just discovered it a few months ago. It's a what do you call it? It's a tuber. It's like a potato, so it grows underground. And it produces something that you can either mash or eat raw. I haven't tried it, but I look forward to it. Anyway, Jerusalem artichoke is something to look into. Anyhow, there's a kind of a roundup of what's been happening here. Peas are doing awesome. I need to open up this hoop house probably in the next 2-3 weeks to let bees in, because we are flowering in here. I have some peas that are flowering, and they do need pollinators. Anyhow, take care. Hope it's been informative as far as an update. Take care and do your best to grow. Pay attention to weather. I thought I was. Anyway, the cold snap really threw me for a loop, so that set me back a few weeks. All right, take care. Bye.